Hello everyone. So welcome to our channel of RD Automation Learning. So today we are just going to say happy over here. I mean say thank you to everyone because I am very happy because we have recently crossed 80,000 subscribers for our channel. So we are a family of 80,000 members, and I would tell you this channel has been started in 2020, and within 2 years itself we have been able to get such a big family of 80,000 people. So I am very much thankful, and I am very much grateful to each and every one of you for supporting, for viewing our videos, for reaching out to us, right? It has been a lot of efforts has been put behind making these videos, and I have seen people who are repetitively seeing these videos in the playlist, and I'm getting calls that we are watching your videos on the repeat mode. So that is so good thing to have it, right? Okay, and today we could not come live because of some of the personal reason, but now I am live. So if you would like to ask any questions, we can discuss. Yes. So if you want to give any mock interview, right? Anyone wants to give mock interview. So let me just put the email address in the chat box. You can share your CV over here, right? rdautomationlearning@gmail.com. So you can send your CV for the mock interviews at this particular email address. We don't charge anything for the mock interviews. It is absolutely free of cost. And second thing is that uh, you need to join with a good Wi-Fi internet connection so we can record this interview. It would be uploaded on our YouTube channel. Okay. Thank you so much, Namrata, for congratulating. And hello, Nidhi. How are you? Hello, Nambala. Hello, Rahimuddin. Yeah, thank you so much, Susha. So everyone's interview would be taken. Just send us your CV, right? Yes. Hi, Akash. Yeah, thank you so much for wishes. Okay, so there is a question. Let me take few of the questions that has come in the chat box. Uh, Sheikh Makbul Hassan is asking, sir, can we learn Cypress or Selenium at first time? Yes, definitely. See, there is nothing difficult in learning these kind of things. But if you want to learn Cypress or Selenium, learn Java first, right? Java is one of the easiest programming language that you would ever get. Python is also easiest language. So you can see first few of the sessions of Java, see first few of the sessions of Python, and then you can compare which one is easier for you, right? And then you can take up Selenium or Cypress, whichever, and you can definitely get a good understanding, get a good knowledge in the very first time. So don't worry about all those things, whether you would be able to pick it up or not. Just imagine you are doing engineering. In every semester you have got new 8 subjects which you have not got any idea about, but you are learning those topics, you are learning those subjects, and you are also clearing the exams. So and so there is nothing doubt in your capability. So be positive, trust yourself, and move ahead. Yes, hello Mamta, hello Chanchal. Hi Akash, how are you? Hi Wahida. Hi Naveen. Yeah, Java versus Python. So I would say Java is good compared to Python. Right. So Akash is asking, calls are more for experienced people, right? So yes, if you have 7 or 6 plus years of experience, then the call frequency is as the same. But still, there are times when the people are being getting rejected because these days the companies are looking for 10 on 10 candidates. You should be able to have the knowledge, or you should be able to answer all the interview questions those are asked during the interview. These days interviews are very strict, more scenario based questions are asked, right? Okay, so Akash is asking how to explain our project. Okay, so there is a dedicated video that we have created. How would you explain your automation framework project? Let me open that. had put it over here. Okay, no worries. So what I would do is I would put that link of that explaining framework video in the chat link itself, right? But on a high level, let me just brief it to you. How can you explain? So on a very high level, if you see, if you want to explain your framework, then tell about the programming language that you are using, about the framework structure. What is there in src slash test? What is there in src slash main? What kind of folder structure you have? What kind of reporting mechanism you have? How do you trigger the automation? Then is it configured with DevOps or not? Do you have any test management tool integrated with your automation framework? Then do you have any defect management tool integrated with your framework? Then you can explain about the utility class configuration dot properties. Then I think programming language which you have used, right? So these are all the basic things that you have to explain when you are telling about the framework. Last but not the least, you should also tell which is the best thing that was contributed by you in the automation framework, right? Is it page object model or not? So these all things you have to tell, and it should cover around 5 to 10 minutes duration when you are telling about all these things in an interview. This is very important. Aman Thakkar is asking, is recession affecting our testing jobs? Please tell. So, yes, see, recession is something that is not, if it would come. So, as of now, it has not come. But if it would come, so definitely it would affect not only testing jobs, but all the IT jobs, right? So, don't think that recession is going to come, so it will just affect testing jobs. It will affect everything. Okay. Now there is a question when MNC will start the freshers drive. So MNC's companies would be starting the freshers drive in the next year, 2020, 2023, right? And first of all, if you are 2023 passed out, then you might get some fresher drive. You might expect around June, July, right? And if you are experienced person, you can expect some calls to come maybe in February or March, right? So at that time it would happen. Okay, how to learn security testing? Now if you want to learn security testing, then there are few good tools that are available, like Bubsuit is there, right? That would help you to do security testing in your application. Now if you go through the Bubsuit tutorial, right, they have given step by step information. They have a help document itself. They have a troubleshooting document, how that tool works and how you can find the defects via security testing, right? So you can learn Bubsuit first. That is a very important tool, right? Hmm. Okay. Now there is a question from a person from Sri Lanka. He has faced various several overseas job interviews, but all are failed. What are the most important things we need to consider when we are going to face an overseas job interview? Okay. So if you are looking for a job overseas, right? So what you should do is, the very basic and the fundamental thing is get an idea about that company, what domain that company does. Like, is it involved in e-commerce based domain? Is it involved in manufacturing, retail based domain? So what is the domain in that company? Then you can see what kind of products they are involved in, what kind of solutions they are proposing, right? Is it a product based company? Is it a service based company? Is it, if it's a product based company, then you can get an knowledge about the product, and accordingly you can think what kind of testing or what kind of role and responsibility they might be expecting from the tester. Then you can go through the job description as well. This is all the homework that you will have to do, because before you go for an interview in that company, whether it is overseas or it is within India, right? So this is how you have to tackle the situation. You have to understand what kind of questions can come, what kind of role they are looking for, and then I think you would be able to crack the interview very soon. Okay. SP Tiwari is asking, I have 4 years of gap. Can I switch to software testing job? Please provide roadmap what to do. Yes, definitely. Uh, so if you have 4 years of gap, right, and now you want to switch to testing, so do first some certification. Certification is very important, right? Now, if you get some certification related to testing, related to automation, right, so it would be helpful uh, to get your profile shortlisted during the interviews, during campus interviews, or during mega drives. All these things would happen. So now is the time where actually you should do some certification, right? See, as of now, the jobs, the calls are less, right? So what you should do, you should invest some time in preparing. You should invest some time in certification, and maybe after 15-20 days, 1 month, if you are prepared for certification, then pay and get some certification like CAST is there, ISTQB is there, right? So get these kind of certifications. Those would be helpful for you. Apart from that, you can also see if you have 4 years of gaps, like, so what are the different tools that have come up in the market? Maybe now Jira has been used. Earlier, Bugzilla was used, right? Git has been used. What kind of frameworks are being developed by automation, right? How manual testing is done. So these all things you have to get an idea, and then slowly and gradually you would be up to the mark, right? Okay. Now there is a question from Len. I have 4 years of experience in automation testing with Selenium, Java, Cucumber, but now I am placed in relevance for API with REST Assured and Swagger TestNG. Please advise, can I switch to API testing? Mm, yes, definitely. Why not? See, if you have knowledge of Selenium and Java, rest assured would be used in automation for API testing, right? For automated API testing. So you can definitely switch to API testing. In fact, I would say now is the correct time, because how long you would be doing same Selenium Java automation? It is good that you get an hands-on experience, get some practical knowledge on rest assured as well, right? You would be able to play with the APIs using rest assured. So definitely you should switch to API testing. You should always try to learn something new in your career rather than just doing the same old and routine work in your job. Okay. Okay, now there is a question from Sudhanshu. I have 6 years of gap after engineering, as I am 2016 pass out. Want to start my career in software field as a manual test engineer. Please guide how to enter into the industry. Okay, you have 6 years of career gap. So, okay. Now, see, you want to start your career as a manual test engineer, right? For manual test engineer, what are the basic things that are required? So basic things would be like knowledge of SDLC, SDLC, defect priority, severity, and uh, types of testing, right? Now, the moment you say 6 years of gap, so automatically the colleges will prefer people who are recently passed out, right? Because they would be having more. There are chances that those are having those have recently passed out, so those will be given the priority. So what you should do is you should have something additional in your CV. Now, what did you do in those 6 years? Maybe you did some non-IT job, or maybe due to some health reason you were not there. So get some clarification on those things, because those things will be definitely asked in an interview. What did you do for 6 years? Now, when you say you have got health reason, or due to health issues you were not available for 6 years, so get some valid, genuine medical certificate, right? Okay, now coming to the second aspect, if there was no health reason, then you will have to reveal the personal reason in an interview. Coming to the third aspect, if you are doing some non-IT job, you will have to draft, or you will have to create your CV in such a manner that there should be some correlation between what work you did and what work you are going to do. Now you are going to do testing, right? So you should have some you should reveal something like maybe you were doing some support work and that was a combination of support plus QA. You know, this is how you will have to create your CV. You will have to attract the interviewers in shortlisting your profile and giving you a call, right? So 6 years of gap is fine, Sudhanshu, right? And don't worry about the career gaps. This is absolutely there with everyone, but don't go for fake experience, right? Okay. Yes, Abhijit. So Abhijit is asking, there are low vacancies in this month, but in January vacancies are open. So yes, definitely. Let's hope positive. Let's give a positive, ray of light that we will get some good vacancies coming up in the upcoming time, right? Yes, definitely. Let's hope. So there is a question that after February the market condition will increase or will it decrease? So definitely it would boost. The market condition will definitely improve. So let's be positive. Let's keep our fingers crossed. Don't worry about all those things. Okay. Abhijit is asking performance testing is better career or not. Definitely. See, if you are able to do performance testing, that means automatically you have got knowledge of functional testing, right? Now, what is performance testing? Performance testing is the testing in which the applications, once they are stable, okay, I'm coming to this context, once they are stable, right? So, once they are stable, you would be testing those applications, those screens with respect to various load limit, with respect to various threshold limit, right? And then you will be testing it. Now it might happen that you did some performance testing and that application got stable. You have shared everything, data with your stakeholders, with your top managers and everything, right? Now the next thing is, what if the performance testing task is done, right? So again you will have to do some functional testing. So don't think that if you are joining any team or if you are joining any company or any project with respect to performance testing, so you will be doing 24/7, sorry, 8 hours in a day performance testing only. Keep some I would say variety in your profile. You should be able to do performance testing, you should be able to do API testing, because it might happen that once the project is not stable, then what you would do, they won't keep you on the bench, but they will see that he's not been allocated any work. So that means you will have to grow from both the angles. Performance testing is a good career, but it might happen that your role will come into the picture only once the applications are stable, right? It might also happen that in some companies they might involve you in every user story, in every sprint, right? But what about the projects which are not completely agile, right? There are still some companies, still some projects which are been going through the Kanban process, or still waterfall is in picture. So make some keep take some dynamic decisions with your career. You should be having 360 degree of knowledge with yourself, right? Okay, so Gangadhar is asking what about fake experience. So Gangadhar, I would suggest not to go ahead with the fake experience at all, because what would happen is ultimately there are chances that you might get caught doing a fake experience. So I would suggest not to proceed ahead with the fake experience. Right? It would actually not help you, and it might also um, the companies also might blacklist you, right? So I would suggest not to go with the fake experience further. Okay. Um, so we'll go to the next question, but before that, I just have one quick announcement to make. So what we have done is we have started a new YouTube channel, which is not related to testing jobs, but is more related to reviewing the movies, web series out there, right? So I'm just sharing the link with you. So I hope this YouTube channel will also be helpful to you, and it's more like reviewing the movie. What we are doing is we are actually trying to entertain people. We are trying to make them laugh while reviewing the movie, while pulling the legs and cracking some jokes over there. So please subscribe this channel, support us for this channel as well, right? And I would be happy, I would really appreciate if you uh, love and support this channel as well, right? Okay, now coming to the next question. Mm, okay, there is a question from Lucky. I am from commerce background and now working in MNC company in BPO from last 6 years. Can I switch job in testing? If yes, then from where will I start? So Lucky, you should definitely start from manual testing concepts, as I was just discussing right now about uh, STLC, SDLC, defect priority, defect severity, right? Those things will be helpful to you. You can go through the concepts of testing, types of testing, right? So that is very important at the end. So if you are comfortable with manual testing concepts, then you should definitely go for applying for jobs, right? So this is how you can approach. Okay, now there is a question from Siddhant. I'm mechanical engineer, passed out in 2018 and have certification in testing. Is there any chance to get testing job as a fresher? Yes, definitely. Why not? If you have a certification in testing, what kind of certification you have? Is it ISTQB based? Is it CST based? So if you have a good certification, then definitely you should go ahead for applying a job. But yes, you will be starting your job as a fresher. So be prepared for that, right? Okay. Dilip is asking, what is the scope of software testing now and in future? So scope is evergreen for software testing. You see so many uh, softwares are being released every day, right? So every day you can see so many applications are being tested. So definitely there is a lot of scope of software testing these days. So don't worry if you choose software testing as your career. Okay, Nikhil is asking, I have 3.2 years of automation testing experience. There are less Selenium web driver requirements, but there are more of WebDriver APM testing. Should I learn or try with WebDriver? See, APM testing would be required in case of mobile-based applications, right? While Selenium WebDriver is a common wheel, is an evergreen thing that would be required for all the web applications, right? So what you should do, you should learn APM, but also don't forget your existing concepts of Selenium WebDriver, Selenium Java, right? Those are also very important. So. Uh, so that's how you have to deal with this. Okay, now there is a question from Prabal. I got fired due to recession, so that new opportunity I told to HR expected less 9 lakhs per annum in Tech Mahindra, and tomorrow will be HR discussion. Then how to convince for 12 lakhs per annum as a senior test engineer, 4.5 years of experience. Okay, so you have 4.5 years of experience. Hmm. So you mentioned to HR that your expected is less than 9 lakhs per annum. I'm still not comfortable with the question. Let me read it again. There is a question from Prabal. I got fired due to recession. So that new opportunity I told to HR expected less 9 lakhs per annum in Tech Mahindra, and tomorrow will be HR discussion. Hmm. Okay. So there are two aspects. Either you are making 9 lakhs per annum, or you have already mentioned them that you are expecting less, but tomorrow you will be telling them 12 lakhs per annum. So okay, now there is a twist in this. What if you are expecting 12 lakhs per annum and then they tell you no, we don't have that much budget? Okay, so what you should do is you should tell them that I am expecting 12 lakhs per annum. Is it possible for me based on current skill set and based on the current profile I have, which is very difficult to convince them because you have already been laid off. So they know that you need a job at any cost this time. So what you should do is you should join for now, right, with whatever package you are getting, and maybe after 1 year you can have a good rapport with your manager, and then you can approach the manager for the appraisal or for the increment, right? So this is how you have to approach in this situation. Okay, Ram is asking, joining a startup company with a high package, and or join or just going for a reputed company with a low package, whichever is suitable. Okay, so this is a good question. See, if you are joining a startup company with a high package, obviously there are scope that you will get to learn lot many things, because in startup company you have to do the task from 1 to 10. There's nothing is defined. Maybe sometimes you have to do testing work, maybe sometimes you have to do DevOps kind of task. But in an MNC company, everything is organized. So I would suggest, in your career, you should definitely work for 1.5 to 2 years in some startup company. Then actually you will come to know about your potential, right? So if you're getting a job in a startup company with a low package, go for it. If you're getting a job in a startup company with a high package, definitely go for it. And then once you get some experience, then you can get the good package in some higher MNC company. So this is how you should approach. Okay. So thank you so much for coming today on this live session. The intention behind starting this live session was that we have completed our 80,000 subscribers, 80,000 family members, right? So I would suggest each one of you to share and like our channel, to subscribe our channel, and to share it ahead, right, with with your friends, with your family members within your network, whomsoever are interested in these kind of channel, right? And at the same time, I would also request you to support my new channel, which is related to um, movie reviews, and it is a lot of entertainment and a lot of jokes being involved over there. So please ensure that you support our channel, and please like, share, and subscribe our channel. So thank you so much for joining today, right, and wish you all the best for your career.